So I live in Kenya. For those who are watching or seeing me for the first time, so I live in Kenya, and East Africa is facing a lot of trend. There's a lot of floods that are happening right now, and really my heart goes to all families who have been affected. I know some people have really lost a lot. I mean, we've been seeing pictures of houses being almost fully submerged underwater because of the floods. Some riverbanks have busted. So really, we want to extend our, sincere hearts to them. So this got me thinking, really, like, what's the implication for our children who are on the spectrum? Because at any time when you have extremes of temperatures for our children on the spectrum, usually it means something to them, because most of the children on the spectrum, actually 95% of the children on the spectrum, also have issues with sensory processing. And one of the senses is the pressure, you know, because with heavy rains come a lot of pressure changes, the atmospheric pressure changes, and you're sure our children on the spectrum will sense that, will pick that. So what does that mean? So whenever you have extremes of temperatures, one of the things that bring out challenges for our children, the first thing is the fact that they won't be allowed to go outside. Yeah, because like the way it is raining right now, most kids are indoors. And I think you remember that time of COVID, the way it was so bad for our children on the spectrum. This thing of just being put indoors, cannot do some activities, routines being disrupted. Okay. And now, if you're in Kenya, schools are actually now opening. Some schools have opened early this week, some schools will be opening next week. So that means our children's schedule in schools will also be affected. So what does that mean? What is the implication? What is the implication? And then now the changes of pressure. With heavy clouds, the atmospheric pressure goes down. Yeah. And that automatically affects your heart rate, your blood pressure. But of course, the difference for people whose brain is typical. But for people whose brain is divergent, that really brings a lot of emotional changes. You've heard of, okay, sorry, we have insects. So you've heard of heavy clouds making people people who have mental health issues becoming worse. So it's the same thing, yeah. So for our children on the spectrum, those changes in heart rate, those changes in blood pressure really affects their brain activity. And I know there's some research that were done, and there was really no conclusion. However, what they said is there could be an association between changes of weather and our children being more impulsive. Of course, it's arguable because having extreme weather means kids are indoors. That alone can be a trigger of our children being more impulsive or steaming more. Okay. But, it doesn't really matter what the cause is. The key thing is a child on the spectrum who is in an extreme weather, usually the symptoms tends to be a bit more exaggerated. So what do you do? So this is my advice. The first thing is I'll always say try create another routine, another routine that your child will be able to follow as they are adopting in this new weather. Like instead of for example, now if your child is still at home, they have not started school, like they've not joined school or they've not started school, that means you have to create another schedule that will fit their indoor environment more, as opposed to having these times of going out and playing and all that. Okay, so try to create another routine that you're going to fix in your child, like not really fix, but you're going to start walking through with your child so that they don't it's not so random. Okay, so that's the first thing. Sorry. Okay. And then the second thing is try to create indoor activities that your child will enjoy. So things like coloring, building blocks, drawing, finger painting. If your child loves art, then this will be the best time for them to, to do more art in the indoor space, mud play, beading. Really, the whole idea is try to engage with activities that will make your child time be occupied, but make sure these activities are for your child and not for yourself. Okay, by that I mean you and your child need to agree what activities are going to be done. Okay, because the whole idea is to make it exciting for him and not for you or both. Okay. And then the third thing really is to allow your child to jump and run around inside the house. Now, at this point in time, you'll have to use your bed as a jumping castle. If you have trampoline, then you can use a trampoline. Sofas may be used as a bouncing castle, trampoline. Like the whole idea is allow your child to run around the house. You may need to move a few things so that you're able to create that space, because otherwise they'll be doing this outside. Okay. And also for teachers, during break time, if you have children on the spectrum, you may need to create a space for these kids to just be running around, because our children have different ways of sensory regulation. So teachers should be expected to create this space, at least during the time that these children are not able to go out to play because of these extreme weather conditions, especially with floods and water settling. Yeah, it's not so safe. It's even not very hygienic for them to be allowed to just go walk in the stagnated waters. Okay. And then the third thing is, this one is usually my favorite. We love to play in the rain. So now, depending with the setting of your home, of course, you can do this in school, but depending on the setting of your home, it is okay to allow your child to actually play in the rain. Okay. Of course, you have to consider many things, but if this is something that you enjoy, your child enjoys, there's no any whether not there are no any health risks, of course, apart from the cold. But if there are no any other health risks, please allow your child to play in the rain. While playing in the rain, they may be wearing gumboots and a raincoat, or without shoes. Like we like to play without shoes and without raincoat, so we are literally being rained on, and we find that fun and entertaining for us. But again, this purely depends with what your child loves, what your child enjoys. So you can try if this is something you may want to consider. And then the fifth thing is, if your child doesn't like the rain and the idea of being rained on, it's okay. You can allow your child to just, find this a spot where they can be able to sit and just watch the rainfall. There's a way that also has a soothing effect. So if this is something that your child can do, they don't want the rain, they don't want anything, they just want to sit, chill, and look at how the rain is falling. You can sit there with them or let them sit alone. You can choose to engage with your child and see, talk about the rain, talk about what is happening, if there are insects, if there's grass. Just try to talk about something. Okay, if your child just wants to chill and doesn't want to talk, it's still okay. It's still okay. Okay. So yeah, so I thought I should do this video, and I hope this will be able to help a mom and our children and a parent over a child on the spectrum. Okay. So from me, just remember to keep warm, stay safe. And again, our hearts go to all the people who have been affected by the ongoing heavy rains and flooding. Okay. So till then, bye bye. Remember, a new video 6 p.m. 6 on Monday. Okay. And yeah, if you have not subscribed yet, please go ahead and subscribe. Bye bye and take care. See you.